Okay, looking at this little unit's not running, not cooling rather, and the front of the compressor's not starting. We've got the amp meter around the start cap just to check. That it actually works. It does, and you can see the fan started, so it's seized up. It's not that old, it's only about 5 years old, but yeah, condenser's quite dirty, so that might have something to do with it. If it's been on and off on the pressure switch. I think it's done. I think it's done. Okay, we've got about the right pressure. It's on 134A, and that's saying it's about 15-16 degrees out, which it probably is. And then I just looked in the sight glass and I thought I could see a little bubble in that corner, which is that's full of liquid. We're not short of gas, so it's not been cycling on low pressure. That's full of liquid, so I don't think it's short. Yeah, you can see liquid in the bottom of that. We shall see. Okay, we're about 200 grams light, which have only just gone into a vacuum. It keeps coming up a bit, so there's still liquid boiling off somewhere. It's only just stopped frosting the dryer, so if you've got frost, you've got liquid boiling. Frost on the bottom of there. So I don't think it's not majorly short anyway. It's not short enough to have killed it. 1.2 kilos. There's probably, I mean, there could be 100 grams left in there. Could be 100 grams left in that recovery machine. I think we might put some nitrogen in there while we sort out a new compressor, and then that way when we come back we know it's not got a leak. We're going to need a dryer. That's a 1/4 inch. Is that a 5? I think that's an 8. 082. Don't know. To see. Okay. Luckily the wholesalers have one in stock, so we've gone and picked that up. We got a bit more gas out of it, and then when we come back out of, we pulled it down into a vacuum and it was back up into being slightly about 2 psi, so I don't think it's got a leak on it at all. So apart from that dirt on the front, it don't look too bad. The rest of the way through, I think we might just brush that. I was thinking of getting a little jet washer on it, but I think, I don't know, I might take that fan off because it's all plastic and we've got a braze down here. It's probably just the 2 screws, I think. And I think it just lifts off, so we'll pull the wires out, get that out of the way, and then if that's off we might wash it out while we're vacuuming it. Okay, got the new compressor in there. Turn the fan off for a bit more room and we can give that a clean. So that's brazed in, we've sealed that up. So we don't need to put a port in there, it's just another place to leak because we've got a proper service valve on there. Change the dryer. I couldn't get a 1/4 inch one like what we use, so I've had to get 3/8 one and put 2 little bits of pipe in. So get it on vacuum and then we can change all the electrics. Okay, giving that a wash out with a little jet washer. It's come up quite nice. Got the fan wired back in. It's only 2 wires, black and blue. That's been on back for a while. think we're just about ready to dump some gas in it and see what it does. Put 2 kilos. Making some odd noises. I used it on something that was burnt out, or well, it wasn't burnt out, but it just stunk, so I'm letting it. It sucks from there through there, trying to get the stink out of the oil. The one's changing really. Right, so that's shut, that's shut. Need a bit of cost, so we're not in a vacuum. We've got a lock on there. Right. And I think we want to be on probably the black wire as good as anything. There we go. Have to wait for the sunlight to open and let some gas around and the pressure switch to kick in. Running 4 amps. The room's at 18 degrees, so it's quite warm. I think that would come up a bit higher. Suction pressure's coming up a bit now. Might come up a bit more. I think the head pressure's really low because the coil's wet. So if that's low, that can end up being low. It's not got enough pressure to push the liquid through the expansion valve. Yeah, it's going to be a heat in that now. Side glass is full. Full or empty. Let's just get some heat in that. About +4, evaporator +4. See what the room is. So it's 17 degrees, so it took a degree out. Right, I think it's just pumping down. Check the pressure switch works okay, because that could have been something that finished it off. What's the room down to? 15. It's a maturing room for cheese, so they don't run it that cold. Might go and open the door up so it runs a bit longer. So it's back on. It's actually gone into defrost. The set point is 10 degrees, not 15. I know some of the maturing rooms are 14, but this one's a bit colder. Anyway, I think we'll watch it bring the room down to temperature. Oh, we were going to check that as well, see what that works at. Okay, we just disconnected the fan. We weren't getting anywhere. We blocked the condenser off with some paper. It still had too much airflow through it, so we got the fan disconnected. Let's see where that fits that. G20, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Might have come down enough, probably not. Yeah, 170. $160, 150. So 70 psi. I think that's about right for these. So that's working. I'll check the LP switch as well, but I think we're okay. Okay, just got down to 10.5 degrees and pumped down, turned off. LP switch was okay, HP switch is working okay. Side glass is a bit dirty, but that's just a sign of its age, really. Job done.